Welcome, everyone. First thing on our agenda is to approve the minutes from our last meeting. Sean has sent us that, and I'm going to look over that. Is there any motion to approve those minutes?
Motion to approve.
Okay. Cody, any second?
Second.
Okay. And the minutes from the November 19th no, that's November are approved. So, one thing about not having everybody here is that the next piece on there is to elect the new chair and vice chair.
Nominate people who aren't here.
Well, I know. I think Nathan was, he was scared to come today, I think, maybe. Do we have any nominations for chair and vice chair for next year? Cody's already played that game, right?
It's true.
Nancy, do you have any interest? I'm going to be going on a mission when I really do retire soon. Well, we can replace you then. You know, I've never gone for anything to be president of anything. It would be disastrous. It would. President chair, you name it. What's that?
I said it would be an opportunity for growth.
I think you underestimate your talent.
We have the Canyon View Fifth Ward is on. Maybe they could be.
One last comment. I will say that I am emotionally incontinent. Emotionally incontinent. That's what my excuse is.
You say you can't hold it in. Is that?
Can't put it in, huh? Yep. Well, you know, blank happens, so, you know.
We are,
Who do you have available? Dave? Let's see who hasn't done it.
Cody, we're trying to elect a new chair and vice chair. Did I see you raise your hand? I nominate Nathan.
You think it's a good choice?
Strong, you know, especially
He so eagerly volunteered to be vice chair this last year.
Yeah, that makes sense to be vice chair to move him up.
He's got a lot of energy. He'd do a good job.
Any other nominations?
Are you just doing the chair, or are you gonna do the vice chair?
You gotta do both.
David, are you interested in the vice chair?
Yeah, if you could borrow it for the day and see.
No, I'm not.
No, we were just yesterday up here talking
Is
about how
Cindy
many
Clark?
more might we need.
She's not on.
It's not really-
Nancy, you could be the vice chair, see? And then if you go on a mission, then you don't have to become the chair, see? Very low key.
I'll second that motion. Okay, just so we don't spend the whole hour on this, I will go ahead and be that, but you guys know, I've already told you, I'm emotionally incontinent. So, just saying.
Okay, so we have a motion for Nathan as chair and for Nancy as vice chair. Any seconds? Do we have seconds on those?
I'll second that.
Okay. All in favor? Raise your hand, say aye.
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 We do have a little trouble with the microphone, so if somebody is trying to communicate,
It's your microphone or ours?
I just hear Mickey Mouse, kind of like, maybe mine.
Oh, is there somebody in the background with Mickey Mouse? John, we didn't hear from you.
I said aye.
Okay. All right, well, do we have a quorum? Can we count this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think we do.
Sounds good. We'll follow up with Nathan.
Okay. That'll teach him for missing a meeting. Okay, with that being done, the next item on our agenda is Creative Aging Grant Update.
Yes, I feel like we put in a pretty good effort towards the creative aging grant. We did not end up getting it, but the breakdown was in finding an artist from the approved list who would teach 6 classes to Orem seniors in theater. And we started with the list created from people who had taken the creative aging training, the grant training. And at least one person had to be trained. Now, I took the training, but I'm not an artist, so I was there strictly for administrative type support. And we started off with a couple of potential leads, and then as maybe Cody will let us know, the theater industry is pretty busy right now. So the grant required 6 consecutive sessions in Orem, and we just couldn't get a commitment for that. And by the time all of those artists that we had reached out to had exhausted their opportunities to kind of switch their schedule to make that happen, we were just too late to sub in anything else. So I guess the question is if we try to apply for that grant again, I could send out the creative aging training, and if any of you know artists who want to be eligible for teachers, that would be a kind of pivotal help in getting the grant. When I talked to the Senior Citizen Center director, who's Gina Bertelson, she thought that they would really enjoy theater. When I talked to some of the library staff, we've had a lot of seniors come to the makerspace wanting to know more about Photoshop and photo restoration. And we tried to pitch that with the creative aging, and Photoshop was needed more rounding out. So it could be like photography, art, editing class, but that didn't exactly pan out either. So we tried. I apologize that we didn't get it. The seniors said about it. They're having their brilliant university right now, and we would be welcome Arts Council at any time to offer an abbreviated program as part of that. If we wanted to do something next year just outside of the creative grant. Classes are not like 6 consecutive classes. They're usually a little bit more workshop focused or more towards specific topics. They spend a good amount of time trying to learn and absorb and grow through that, but it's not the times and learn technique necessarily every time. But if that's anything that we ever want to pursue as an Arts Council, we have an invitation to do that. They would be happy to have us, but I would have to start recruiting maybe someone to take the certified training to be on the artist of this local area, because all of the artists were, and I don't think they wanted to necessarily drive to Orem for 1, 2. They were all really good. And there weren't that many. So,
That makes sense.
there were a lot of more visual art, a lot of more things like watercolor, but the senior center didn't express the biggest interest in that. So, and we thought we needed the the enthusiasm senior center to get six classes. But I understand the desire to have people really get good experience and enjoy a full series of 6 was like, I was gonna need the senior center to help me drive that.
I have a question. It's a dumb question, but what would the grant have done if we had gotten it? What would have been involved?
It would have
I
paid,
mean, where the money, yeah.
it would have paid for the teacher's time. And then if there were particular supplies, I mean, it wouldn't, I don't know that there would be room in the grant to do a lot of specific theater oriented, very expensive, you know, costumes or anything like that. But it would have paid the salary of the teacher.
Cody, do you know anyone? Cody Hill, do you know anyone who could have taught that? Besides yourself, you could have.
I'm
Okay.
sorry, I didn't hear you. Can others hear Cody?
No.
I'm hearing a cat or something in the background. Everybody got a cat?
Whoever's the host could mute everybody.
I just think Cody's having some trouble. Sorry about that.
Could you type an answer in the chat, Cody?
We definitely would have happily reached out to Sarah, but it was too late. You just can't throw a 6-session committed curriculum together in the time left between the other artists dropping out, saying they just couldn't make it happen, and the grant certification period. We just couldn't do it. It wouldn't have been.
Will this come around next year so we could get it ahead of time?
I think they're hoping to bring it back for sure. And I'll try and follow up if they're planning on bringing it back. We'll advertise the training with specific organizations and general. The training was kind of onerous. It was like 3 days of multi-hour meetings, and so I wasn't too sure that was something I wanted to pass on to an Arts Council member until I knew more about it. So technically I was trained in the process, which was part of it, but not the train. But it was a lot. The training was like three mornings of Zoom. It was a bit, and they may modify it, but they were very keen on having people apply, so they pretty much begged us to apply. So that's how we got in the mess, but didn't work out.
Okay.
But at some point, we could always just, launch a local option and do some limited training with the Brilliant University series, which is happening like around this time of year. It would just, it would take the prep time to make sure that people are available, and we had the budget to provide research the trainer.
I can do Photoshop if someone's interested in that.
Well, I'll tell Gina for next year. She might be interested in that, or we could offer it as a makerspace class too. We could do that.
Either way.
Be a good idea.
All right. Anything else on this? the grant? If not, we'll move on to our next one, and this is kind of a pressing since it's 3 weeks away is the Sweetheart Serenade Senior. Glad that Nathan's not here since this is kind of his baby. I've seen emails back and forth. When he laid it out, we did find somebody to do the sound for them that night.
Yeah, we have sound people that we work with. It's Gray Adams and then Sam. Can't remember Sam's last name, but the reason we don't let people who have not been trained by the soundboard people use it at this time is because there are specific modules that say someone like me didn't understand how to shut things down properly, and we would have to reload the modules, and we're just not in an emotional place to do that right now. So there might be opportunities where we could train more people on it, but right now we just have some folks that have received specific training in addition to their education and professional work. So, but Nathan is certainly welcome to be with the sound person who was Sam that night. Be with the sound person and provide advice and support and requests. I mean, we're not objecting to that. It's just the actual run the board kind of a thing is still a little proprietary. We bought the music for it, and the group that is the Utah Valley Skyline Chorus, or I can't remember exactly the name, they have the music, so they will be prepared, and we're starting to advertise it on social media. I mean, we know that Omicron could be a factor here, and I think we just got to try it, and then they'll have the music, and if it's obviously, if it got closer to and people in the group felt uncomfortable or had COVID, we would postpone it. But I think—
Is this the library hall event? Is it at the library hall?
Yeah, it is. And so I don't imagine it will be a huge audience, so there will be room to spread out if people would like to do that. And then I think most events right now are just letting people decide their own comfort level. If they desire to come and enjoy any kind of, program or show, that's an option for them. And if people feel like they just can't come out right now, then I think they don't, or they do a lot of social distancing or masks. I mean, we're just kind of letting people feel their own way through programming right now.
Is there, yeah, Nathan was saying that he thought if they got 40 people there, it would be a success. So is there anything that we need to do as part of this? I mean, I'm assuming the building will be open. Are we going to get some sort of thing that we can share on social media?
Yeah, we event, and then we will boost that event, and we will also, make additional posts. We were hoping cases would drop just a bit, so we didn't take a little blind eye of what are you doing, but yeah, we'll get it out through the channels, and hopefully the people who are the professionals in that area have, access to whatever fan base and friends and family who may have been interested in this. But yeah, we're advertising it already.
Okay.
So is this barbershop, am I showing that, is this a barbershop concert or is it just something different?
The group that will be on the stage leading the event is a barbershop chorus, but they will be offering the opportunity for the audience to join in the sing-in type model.
Okay, sounds fun.
Okay, so I don't know how many people will be there, and again, if they're only getting 50 people, then there's a lot of room to spread out. Who knows? We're going to a show tonight, full capacity play up in Centerville. They just said, wear a mask if you want. We're going to Hale next Friday. We'll see what happens there. Yay! So I guess everybody has their own comfort what they're doing, and we'll just move ahead. So if you want to, if those that are here, if they put out some social media posts through the Arts Council, we can all share it on our own pages or whatever, just to try to at least get it out there. And those that want to come will come, and those that don't, maybe next year, that's when we want to do it again, if we do, and maybe we'll get more people there, so.
Sure.
Okay, let's talk about commission member vacancies. I mean, how many do we have? I mean, who's missing today? We're missing Nathan. Adam is here, so, Cody. Kate is leaving, so I think everybody that's actually on the council is here except Nathan, is that true?
And we have Bart's vacancy.
Right, that's what I'm meaning, is that everybody that's here in this meeting, and then you add Nathan, that's the entire, so we need, how many spots do we have to fill? At least 2, if not 3?
I think mine's up too.
There's always the ability to re-up. So.
Sharon, could you remind me how many vacancies we have?
Cindy is finishing her second term, so hers would be vacant. Cody has finished his term, so his will become vacant. Kate is finishing hers. Like you said, Barry, Cassie's is still vacant, and then Linda Miller's has not been filled. So we have a total of 7.
Wow, that's a lot.
So the city went through a process where people were having a harder time getting quorums because their meeting sizes were their commission sizes were so large. So there was the option to reduce by 2 or whatever felt like the right amount. And during COVID, we certainly took that option. So, but we can bump it back up for sure now.
So if you went down by 2, you still have 5 openings, if I read that right? You're gonna have 7 and you went down to 2, 5, that's still a lot.
Right, but you know,
Well,
we
Then there's the question, you know, if Cindy or Cody want to apply again, that's an option.
Yeah, you can do 2 consecutive 3-year terms, you can go to 6.
I think they loosened that as well because we've had some challenges filling some boards and commissions. Now, it just depends on what the desire of the volunteer is and how the commission breakdown is, but we had some challenges filling other commissions and it was like, well, if people are still willing to serve, why are we booting them off? So there is flexibility there, but we can do whatever sounds good to the members who are still wanting to serve, and we can recruit others too.
Well, I think if we all know people in the arts area, we certainly can. Is there a place where we can point them? Do we have an online application now?
Yeah, I will send. We'll send that out. It's a link on the boards and commission page at the city website, and then the selections go to the city council. We try to provide some background and recommendations if possible, and then it's the council's decision.
Can you have Pete do a specific shout out for art? I think we could maybe stir some people up too.
Sure.
Okay. And any of you who want to serve again longer, I'll pick up your battle. I'd love to have you guys stay. Great people. And I think with COVID, we also get kind of a do-over too, so.
Well, if
I'd be happy to
you
stay on.
Yeah, I like that.
Yay. I think to stay on, you actually have to go in and fill out the application again, right, Char? Is that?
Yeah, it's pretty short, but we can send the link.
Sure, I'm happy to do that as well.
Great.
Very good.
And I'll be happy to recommend you to the council.
So if you want to send us all that link so that we can send out to friends and acquaintances, that would be great too.
Sounds good.
This is updates. Is there anything else that we need to share here?
I just have a question about utility boxes. Is there any more getting done?
Nathan from Economic Development is spearheading that. I will find out where he is on his website. He felt very passionately that we needed to have the website so that people would be able to submit their art and have a process. And I'll get him to come to the next meeting and provide an update.
I'm willing to work on the website with him if he's just running out of time because he's so busy.
Thank you. I'll let him know.
Anything else we need to discuss here today?
We've had the first Summer Fest meeting of this year. And I think that the way the kind of situation has been going with entertainment on the stage is it helps to have the blocks, you know, kind of penciled out from what the Summerfest outside of the Arts Council wants to do before we really look into who to put on there. We'll reach out earlier to, you know, Hale and Sarah's always great to bring acting up and a lot of the really family-friendly ones. And then we'll just, if we need to open the process to fill some holes. We don't necessarily do a lot of pay for performance in the Summerfest. We did last year a little bit, but we've had a couple of dance groups that have had to change their model with COVID who's expressed interest in coming back and doing those kind of things. So that's still just very much coming together in terms of the schedule and how much time there will be. They did have the Orem's Got Talent show moved to be the Friday night kind of headliner event. So we don't program as much because they need time to sound check and give people an opportunity to navigate the stage for Orem's Got Talent. So it's a lesser kind of full block of entertainment than it has been in the past, but I think it is responsive to what's going on out there in the park. So I don't think it's a big loss for the Arts Council. I think we should, you know, just program in other areas rather than to try and overlay into something if it's kind of penciled out for this kind of family-friendly entertainment event. So
What's the date on today's this year's Summerfest?
let me look at my calendar real quick. It's the second full weekend in June, so that would be Thursday night is like family night at the park, and then that'd be Thursday, June 9th, and then 10th and 11th. So they have these the whole week. It just depends on the park activities really start on the 9th.
Well, we're just, hopefully all this will blow over and we'll have a good Summerfest. You know, last year was interesting. Things calmed down and had Summerfest and now they're going back up again, so.
Yeah, I think it'll be, hopefully it'll be similar, but we did get a good turnout last year, so.
We did, it was good. Cindy says she's got a question on Orem Stories.
Sorry, I was late. Maybe you talked about it before I got here, but so far in November, we had Orem High teachers do the Orem Stories, and then in December, Orem Junior High. And right now, kind of in January, kind of the middle of January, we had Timpanogos put theirs up in the library. And there's supposed to be 40 frames that the library purchased, and somehow they're missing about 5 frames, and we have like some extra artwork, because I told them they had 40, and so I was wondering if maybe the Arts Council could purchase 5 frames to make up for the ones that ended up missing, to put the rest of the artwork up. And then in March, we've got Windsor Elementary, and in April, Bonneville Elementary. The library's been so good to work with. Holly Grierson comes and meets me there, and she helps me, put things up and move the frames around and everything. And Sharon was really good to write, to type up some thank you notes to the principals, because I wanted the principals to know that their teachers, went to that extra work to put artwork up in the library. And if you have a chance, or if you ever go into the library, look and see what they have put up. The kids wrote little things about the people in Orem. But my question was, could we purchase some frames, or what should we do to get 5 more frames?
Yes, we'll work with Holly and outreach to find out what we need to do, and we'll buy some frames.
Okay, thanks.
This is being displayed in the gallery space in the children's wing of the library. And people do enjoy art in that location. And then we also have a Rick Shorten show in Library Hall. And we've put up some old, I think they call it WPA photos that just on the one wall that wasn't scheduled in the hall. So that's what's up in the children's wing, but it is popular. So we appreciate all the effort that Cindy's gone to, and it's so helpful to have friends in those schools, Cassie and Fiona, and just those two that are teaching it in Orem. But
Sunshine.
yeah, and Sunshine.
Yeah.
So they've done great work together. You've all done great growing that program and keeping it going. It's definitely an amazing run of multiple years of great art and sharing that with kids. So we need to recruit someone equally passionate about art to help you in the future.
That's right. All right, anything else we need to discuss?
No, we'll just wait a couple months and open the summer concert series application schedule. Try and make sure that we don't have the confusion of, is this Summerfest or the summer concert series? Because we've had a lot of that in the past. And try and do a good comprehensive advertisement so that there's lots to choose from.
Did we get a schedule for our meetings for this year? It's just every other month, 3rd Friday, right?
Every other month on the 3rd Friday, but I'll send that out again
Okay,
today.
Probably do. Let me look at my calendar and see if I loaded it. March 18th, Arts Council meeting. Yeah, I'm on.
I'll email it. I'll email it out after the meeting, Barry.
Okay, thank you.
And our cue as to when the right time to go back to in-person meetings is.
Well, yeah, we'll have to see what the numbers look like. I'm hoping that maybe in March we might be there, but that'll be up to the city. What they want to do.
And we'll check with you beforehand.
Okay. Well, somebody let Nathan know he's the chair. That'll be fun.
You better let him know who his sidekick is.
You go, oh, Nancy, oh, no sweat.
Not smart.
He's got this down. All right, anything else we need to discuss? If not, do we have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
We have a motion. Any seconds?
I'll second it.
All right.
Did you hear me?
Oh,
We didn't
yeah,
hear you
he
that
did.
time. I'm here. I don't know. Comes and goes. I don't know what's going on. But I'll second.
Okay, motion by Cody, second by Cody. If that, we will adjourn this meeting and we'll see you all in March. If anybody wants to come to the sing along in February, you're welcome to do that.
the details for the sing-in and the application link for the boards and commission link.
So we'll look for those and then we can try to share those, try to fill these vacancies.
Sounds great. You guys are awesome. Thank you for everything
Right.
that you do.
Thanks.
By the way, I'm continuing on Arts Council. Didn't make any changes, so you're stuck with me. Sorry.
Sounds good.
But I love you guys. You have a piece of my heart, so I love art.
Thanks,
I'm
Debbie.
a close person. All right, take care.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.